don't miss the chance to practice your English every time you have the opportunity to do it, because it's wow, it's any opportunity you have to do it. Go ahead. Why? Because this is the only way you are going to get results. For example, in my case, I when I was learning at first, when I was beginner, I didn't miss a chance to practice my English every time I have the opportunity to do it. Yes, yeah. Anytime I was looking the way to practice my English, the first 4 or 5 skills: listening, reading, writing, speaking, in comprehension. Why to do that? In order to enhance my vocabulary and express my ideas or defend my thought in better way. Yeah, so we have to do it often. Practice anytime we have the opportunity to do it everywhere. For example, if you are in the public transportation system, if you are in a line, if you are waiting for someone, any space that you have, try to take advantage of them. Yes, and practice your English in any of the 4 skills, or yes, wherever. There are a lot of resources on internet. Yes, which can help you to continue with the process, not just in the time of the course, yes, in our schedule, but maybe if you, for example, have time practicing your platform, and you are traveling, or you have other time, other free time, leisure time, you can do it. Yes, take advantage of it and do it. Practice your English with your smartphone, with your laptop, tablet, or any of those devices. Yeah, and you can practice, keep in touch with English in order to improve, and you are going to know that your English is getting better. Yes, in the 4 skills, because the all of those 4 skills are linked. Yes, for example, when you are listening, your pronunciation is getting better at the same time, even if you don't know it. Why? Because you are listening the correct sounds in order to produce them at the time you are talking. It's like when you were a baby. Yes, you maybe listen your parents speaking. You were weren't able to speak at that moment, but after, yes, some years or several years, you could speak, just mimicking your parents or the people who were in your environment in that moment. Yes, it's the same here. Maybe if you, for example, with English, maybe if you listen to me and try to mimic me, you are going to produce the sounds that I produce when I'm speaking, or anywhere, any people who speak English, yeah, and you try to mimic them. There is a technique, the technique that many learners use in order to improve their um, pronunciation, is shadowing technique. Shadowing technique is when you, for example, in this case, I'm speaking, and you try to repeat the things that I'm saying in this moment. Yes, in that way, you are going to get a good rhythm, good pace. Yes, all of those moments that English has, when you sound or when you down. It depends if you are maybe uh, in positive, you are speaking in positive way, or maybe you're asking questions, the intonation change a little bit, or you are in maybe saying, for example, in negative way. Yeah, something like that. All of those things, or exclamation, or there are a lot of resources that English has, like English, like Spanish. Maybe there are a lot of moments in the conversation. Yes, the conversation that we have in daily daily life. Yes, and this kind of conversation has different points, different emotion, when you try to transmit all of those things that you are thinking, or maybe that those ideas that come suddenly to your mind, or maybe memories, trying to say memories, to show memories or emotions or something like that. It depends on the mood that you have. All of those things that you transmit when you are speaking. Yes, maybe use up, you're you're loud or you're down or you speak faster or slower. Yes, it depends on the mood that you have in any moment. Yes, and you transmit with your gesture body or all of those things which accompany to the conversation. They are really important. They are really important to do the a complete exercise. Yes, is even in our first language in Spanish, in Spanish happen the same. Yes, we move our hands, move our head. Yeah, the maybe your face shows a smile, or maybe you are sad, or all of those things that people can appreciate when you are speaking. Yes, some people say, okay, it's not that you say, it's the way you used to say that. Yes, um, all of those things which are really important and complement the time. Yes, or the conversation, the interaction, which are really important to take into account at the time to do the exercise. Yes, because yeah, these are really important. Yes. There are a lot of things to say, yes, in this kind of exercise when we are speaking in English, all of those things, and get confidence is really important. How do you get confidence? How can we get confidence at the time to talk in public? Well, the only way is practicing, yes, practicing, and making mistakes. Because sometimes when we are speaking in English, we worry much about mistakes, but mistakes, remember, that is part of the process. They are part of the process. Yeah, so don't worry much about that. And the idea here is try to identify them and correct them and continue with the process, with this beautiful journey, and try to continue improving, yes, enhancing our vocabulary in order to express our ideas in what better way, yes, because sometimes we are limited because we don't have enough vocabulary. The lack of vocabulary is really a big problem when we try to speak in English, because we don't find the correct words in order to express the idea that we want to express, and we are limited with this kind of thing. So we have to enhance our vocabulary every time that we have to study it. We are going to do it, and the tenses is really other important part. Yes, at the time to speak, how we